How's it going, everybody? It's your boy CanDoKen. I just want to preface this video with I've been doing a lot of Furina testing, a lot of theory crafting lately. And if you see my last video, you probably noticed I was trying to get some solo Furina or like Furina healing like synergies going. And I think I found it. I think I cracked the code. Like, I haven't seen anyone talking about this. I haven't seen anyone doing this. And to me, it just seems like the most like no-brainer thing. But basically, you can use Furina as a solo healer or in teams with healers that other theory crafters and content creators are saying like she doesn't work. Like, she does work. And hopefully by the end of this video, if you stay with me, you'll understand like the philosophy that like I'm following when I'm coming up with like these teams and whatnot, and you understand like how it works by the end, because a lot of content creators are out there spreading like extreme severe misinformation. Like, it's bad, saying she doesn't work with Bennett, she doesn't work with Hutao, her damage bonus is this, oh it's not that crazy, oh you need to, oh you can't play Hutao above 50% because the damage bonus. Like, I'm here to tell you all that junk is wrong. It's wrong. She works. Now there are some rules, some pretty like rigid rules that you have to follow when you're making like a Furina team, but it's not that strict when you look at teams that are like actually good and self-contained, usually with like 3 characters that make the team function at like a baseline. Furina slots right into those teams and she just makes them crazily broken. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna explain something for this Hutao team in specific, and with that you'll kind of understand like where I'm coming from, just so it makes more sense. I'll put Furina at the end. So this team is a Hutao vape team. Hutao and Xingqiu by themselves make the core of the vape team. These 2 characters together, that is the vape team. Technically, you don't need anything else. You add Bennett, who is our pyro applicator. He's a healer and our attack bonus, or our attack, I guess attack buffer, whatever. That right there closes the team. It's a 3-man team that fully does the job that they intend to do. With teams like this, when you add Furina to it as a 4th character, she slots right into the team, and it allows you to do some pretty like goated things that like I haven't seen any content creator or theory crafter talking about. I talked enough. I'm gonna show you real quick, just in the abyss. Just stay with me. I'll try to keep it slow because I know I'm gonna be like fighting, but I just wanted to show you how it works in real time. So essentially, since the team is self-contained, our Hydro is self-contained, Pyro DPS is self-contained, and our healer is self-contained, it doesn't really matter what Furina does. Like, if your team is lacking like damage contribution from the other 3 characters, then yeah, you could possibly struggle. But on teams where like the majority of your damage comes from like the main or sub DPS, it doesn't matter what Furina does as long as she gives the damage bonus. So I'll explain to you what I'm talking about. Basically, the first rotation, you skill burst, right? Set everything up at like normal. Set everything up here. And now we have our max damage bonus, and we're doing a regular rotation, right? So what you do next, like, because we're at 50%, right? So starting from here, we wouldn't be able to drain any more health for a damage bonus. But since we're not relying on Furina for damage or like hydro application, it doesn't matter what she does. So we switch her to healing mode. She'll start getting a healing bonus. She'll heal herself a couple ticks, right? Everyone's getting healed up. I mean, he went up, but like everyone is Gucci now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all good. And if he didn't go up right at that moment. We have a max damage bonus. Like, we're maxed out. And everyone's like healed and ready to go. Like, we didn't lose anything by switching Furina to healing mode. This works with every single team where you're not relying on Furina's damage or hydro application. And if you look at my Furina, she's completely built in order to provide the max amount of buff, the max amount of healing, and she does have crit stats, so she does do a decent amount of damage, especially because I pulled C2, so we gain stacks hella quick, like stupid fast. Every single time I use her, I max her out. I didn't use her before C2, so I'm not sure how it feels, but having 3.5 times the stack gain when you gain a stack is crazy. It's really crazy. I would strongly recommend it because I believe that this playstyle might be locked behind C2 and possibly even C4, because the issue is you run into a problem if you don't have enough ER and the team is very weak. Like, it's not like a particle rich team where they generate a lot of particles. She's off field most of the time. So in healing mode, she's also not making hydro particles. So you do sometimes run into an issue on certain teams where she's not ready to cast her burst again. And I believe Hoyoverse thought about this. And I think that's what C4 is for. It starts working like the idea of solo healer Furina, it starts forming on C2 because it's easier to heal. You get maximum healing bonus, maximum damage bonus, maximum stacks, like maximum skill damage. Like, it starts forming on C2, but I think you really need C4. You don't need it, but certain teams, C4 will literally make this this setup work for every team, basically. So a similar situation also works for Ayaka freeze. So we apply cryo, swirl it, activate our Shenhe buffs, and it doesn't matter what Furina does. So set that down. We do the rotation like normal. We even managed to smoke him right there. All right, so we'll do our rotation again, but this time, instead of doing damage mode, we heal mode, recast.
Obey. Do your master's bidding. Take flight.
And we still have our damage bonus, like, we're still in there. And he can move if he wants, but yeah, so I mean, it's the same thing, and we managed to beat it in under a minute, so I think. If I wasn't sloppy, we would have beat it under a minute. But my point still stands. Like, and that solo healer Furina, it works. It's not cope. It's not fraud. It works. Like, a lot better than almost every content creator and theory crafter to this day. Like, like the healing mode does not get talked about, and it's absurd because, like, if you do triple HP, she gets like a 40% healing bonus with talent level 10, her burst, and that's absurd. That's an obscene amount of healing. Even if it's single target, you're gonna do a rotation, so you're gonna swap into all of your characters. Furina has the longest lasting skill, so obviously she goes first. So you put down the healing first, it increases the amount of like how fast it heals, like each tick, and it increases the healing bonus. Like, your solo healer Furina is 100% real. It's just not getting talked about, and I'm not really sure why. Also, to be honest with you, I have 202 ER on my Furina with a Favonius level 9 or level 90, and this is full HP. To be honest with you, you really, on the solo healer Furina build, you really could swap this for like a really good ER sand, because usually when I do a rotation, with the healing mode, usually I'm at about like 50 energy. ER Sand could possibly get you like the amount of energy you need. Plus, from my understanding of the kit, I believe you're only losing... So you're losing damage on the turrets, which in my case, they don't do that much damage for me personally to warrant like caring that much about it, you know? They're not really like, I mean, during burst they can hit like 16k, but I mean they're slow. It's not like a constant 16k. It's not like I'm raining bullets on them for 16k each. That'd be pretty absurd, but like, I mean, 16k sometimes, usually it's like 8k, 6k. Like, I'm not really worrying about her doing damage on the team, at least not yet. I mean, I can clear the abyss just fine without her contributing damage to most of my teams. So like, losing HP for the ER Sand won't hurt me that much. It will decrease the, or increase the amount of time it takes for the healing mode to heal. I'd have to take off like the ER or the HP Sand and do some calculations to see like exactly how slow it would be, but I can't imagine it being like that much worse, you know, realistically. All right, so just so I can put a couple misconceptions to bed, right? I got my boy Rock Lee up here. Freaking, I'm about to show you. We're gonna put a couple things to bed, okay? We're gonna put to bed that Furina does not work with Bennett. That is a lie. I'm tired of people saying that doesn't make sense. Like, the only part of Furina that does not work with Bennett is that Furina herself does not get Bennett buff, but who cares? And that Furina, her passive that heals the other active or the other party members for 2% HP does not activate. Who cares? 2% HP? Trust me, you're not dying in the abyss because Furina is not healing your teammates for 2% HP. You're not dying because of that. You're dying because skill issue. So there's no good reason that Furina doesn't work with Bennett. If anything, she and Bennett have more synergy together, because together, Bennett's already a disgusting healer. Together with Furina's healing, you will not die. You won't die. And on self-contained teams where Furina is allowed to stand there and heal while giving you a damage buff, what's the problem? I don't understand that. What is the issue? You know, like, it don't really make sense to me. It sounds like a crock pot of bottomless gravy that these content creators and theory crafters be spewing. I've been testing it since release. It works. It's not cope. It's not fake. It's not fraudulent. I'm about to show you my boy Rock Lee. So if you look, everyone's at 50 or around 50. So essentially we've done a normal rotation. I'm about to heal everyone up with Bennett on the team and with Hutao above 50% HP, because again, for those who are unaware, you'll probably hear people saying that you shouldn't play Hutao with Furina, you shouldn't play Hutao with Bennett. I'm like, hold on, man. All right, listen, if I can't play Hutao with Furina because playing Hutao with Furina, she'll get her health drained, and like, so I can't play with my health drained and I can't play with my health above 50. So what is it? What is it? Like, where can I play Hutao? Like, do not listen to people who say stuff like that. They don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they want to ruin the fun for everyone else, if they're jealous that people got Hutao and they don't. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna be playing her with Bennett and with Furina, and the damage is going to be crazy, above 50% HP. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Now this dude hits for like 250,000 freaking damage, so he might get some good licks in. 74k vapes. That's more than Hutao can provide by herself, relying on her passive. And we got our burst back. So I'm not certain what Buddy's doing. I don't know how he even got back there. Come on, brother. Rocket punch. All right, come on, bro. So second rotation.
Let the world collide! Let me lead you a breath. No, my sword. Going in. Higher, pants on fire.
1,400. I mean, 140,000 on that burst. And we're still vaping for 70-something thousand. Still nowhere near dead. Still very competitive in the abyss. Like, if we're comparing this to like where damage percent matters, damage dealt matters, this is extremely competitive. Like, this ain't no slouch of a team.
Yeah, everybody stand deep.
74 Ks.
The show begins.
So this is the energy issue I was telling y'all about.
Rain outlines your fate.
We're even playing this with double hydro, and we still ran into the energy problem, which is a little unfortunate.
Ring cutter. Let's light it up. Going in. Cross over.
140K. And there we go. Like, playing Hutao above 50% HP with Bennett on a double hydro team, which is optimal for particle generation and energy restoration. Like, I'm not hearing it no more. Like, can we stop saying that? Can we stop saying she doesn't work with Bennett and Furina? Like, listen, a lot of times in Genshin, the only thing stopping you from doing most things is this right here. Your own imagination, your own sense of creativity, your own ability to think outside the box. That's literally it. Like, I'm just tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. People keep acting like Furina is just like incapable of being played independently. Like, her hydro application is just bad. That means she's bad. She's unplayable. Like, bro, surprisingly enough, and now this part I can't be too sure on, but somebody said that the pets have no ICD. I've heard that all of the pets have no ICD, and I've heard that the crab itself has no ICD. Either way, surprisingly enough, I was playing Hutao with solo Furina, and she was actually able to keep hydro on a single target opponent, which was impressive. I didn't expect that. If you look at any theory crafter, they'll tell you that she can't do that. Like, she'll tell you, or they'll tell you that if you play them with Hutao, if you play Furina with Hutao, she can't maintain hydro aura on the enemy. It was working. I wasn't even trying to do that. It was working by itself. So I don't know, man. I think that we shouldn't take everything that like theory crafters say as like the holy gospel. I mean, look at your man Zajef, bruh. He got Raiden, Shogun, one of the strongest, if not the strongest DPS in the game, and he uses her as a hyper bloom bot. And like believes that like that's good. Meanwhile, he takes every chance to dookie on Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham is broken, but he dookies on Al-Haytham and never gives him credit. My man worships Xingqiu, Zhengling, like as if like they are like the holy grail of Genshin. Like, yes, they're good. Yes, you need to build them, but like just because you pair a character with Xingqiu or Zhengling doesn't mean that they're being carried by Xingqiu and Zhengling. You know what I'm saying? Like theory crafters, man, I don't know. I don't know if it's high expectations or what, but I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it in the community. And hopefully this video helps kind of get rid of some like misconceptions about Furina, Hutao, and Bennett. Like, that's not to say Xingqiu is bad, by the way. Xingqiu's great. Build him. If you have him, build him. C0, build him. Just do it. Do yourself a favor. Build Xingqiu. Build Zhengling. But like, Furina, man. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop it. Alright, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to tell me I'm wrong, go ahead and leave the comments down below. I'm about to go get this pizza. I'm hungry, I just got off work. But I figured I would stop being lazy and procrastinating and make this before eating to kind of keep myself to it. But yeah, until the next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Deuce.